We're Trent Allie, and our little cabin in the mountains is starting to take shape.
Too old for this.
Nice head, Jim. We're making progress quickly.
Have you done this before?
No, I've never done any of this before.
But Trent is not happy about our bathroom.
Nobody wants to do this in their shower.
Yeah, they do.
No.
You don't want to be singing in the rain?
I can sing in the rain like this.
But we're ready to tackle interior walls.
You know, we're just making one of those decisions that could really come back to bite us in a couple months.
Subscribe and come along today as we get one step closer to moving in. And then plumbing, HVAC, electrical, drywall. Plumbing, HVAC, electrical, drywall.
Roof, siding, paint, kitchen, bathroom, basement. We got so much stuff to do. What's up, guys, and good morning. If you guys caught our last video, you saw us starting to put up some of the half walls that go across the top of the balcony that is our bedroom. Today we're actually going to be finishing some of those side walls, but we have a persistent problem. We were having problems with the water, so we got a new hose, we got everything situated, everything was working fine. And then we woke up this morning and the water's frozen again, because it was 3 degrees last night, and we didn't have any water this morning. And I'd really like for this to not be a reoccurring event throughout the winter. I would just like to get this figured out and not have to worry about it. We'll see what happens. Frank, are you ready to go outside? Okay, let's go. So that does not feel frozen. So since the hose doesn't feel frozen, that's not a good sign. If you look down here, the heat tape is doing a really good job of thawing all the water and the ice around the pipe. So before I had this sleeve. This sleeve, this looks really trashy.
Yeah, it does.
I'm really embarrassed to show this to people, but it got torn when I was putting it on, and then I fixed it. And then when I had it on, this was contacted and the hose froze, so I had to take it off and it ripped.
You don't have to justify it.
I'm not proud of how this looks, okay? I'm just trying to make it work. I'm just sick of the water line freezing, you know? There's no heat tape on the actual regulator. And so I'm assuming
It's chilly.
that it's like cold enough, like right here.
Okay.
That maybe it's freezing right there.
You can open and close the valve.
Yeah, which means it's not frozen
In the hydrant.
in the hydrant.
Good.
It's probably frozen just right there.
Okay.
So let's grab a map gas torch and see what we can find.
Wow, Trent, look at all the windows.
Yeah, the doors are covered in ice too.
Wow.
Frank just like loves the snow so much. He just gets so excited when we go outside. I don't understand why he loves the snow, but he just loves it. Like, ah! He just gets like so excited to run around in it.
Are you eating the snow? Is that good? Yes. Are you a good boy? Let's go. Okay. All right, let's see if there's anything. Hey! Honestly, we've been having a lot of issues living up here in the winter recently, which I'm not that surprised about. We knew it would be a crazy idea and a once-in-a-lifetime decision to be up here while we're building in the middle of the winter. We'll never do this again, but it is a fun adventure while it's happening. Unfortunately, the water pipes continue to freeze, but on a positive note, the power and the heat have been totally stable. We had a minor heart attack the other day when we came into Terry at the end of the day and there was no power. Nothing. We couldn't turn the furnace on. It started getting really cold in here. We couldn't turn the lights on. And now that we've solved that problem, I'm so grateful that we have heat and power. And if we need to shuttle bottles of water up here, it's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I would love for us to unfreeze these pipes, but I'll take what I can get. Hey! We got water!
All right. Yeah, I think I'll probably just have to either try and wrap that regulator in insulation or try to reroute the heat tape and wrap the regulator with the heat tape. And I know a lot of you guys are saying, Trent, that's a frost-free hose bib. You're not supposed to leave those on in the wintertime. And this is true. But I'm trying to wrap it with heat tape and make it heated and insulated so that I can leave it on in the wintertime without having issues. Obviously we're having issues. This is just a problem and I'm trying to solve it in my own little special way. So one day we won't have to worry about the water pipes freezing. I might just have to build a little house over the top of the yard hydrant. Who knows?
I'd prefer you just build a house in our house. And then we move into the house and never have to deal with frozen water pipes again.
That is... Why didn't I think of that?
We only have a couple interior walls of the entire house because this house is basically just an open air cabin. So there's a bathroom upstairs and a bathroom right here next to the kitchen. Other than that, there's no walls. So there's nothing else that needs to be framed out except for the 2 bathrooms. And that's exciting because that means soon we can move on to plumbing, electric, HVAC, drywall, and then apparently we're only halfway done, which is crazy because it feels like we are really far along right now. But apparently that is not the case, and we have a while left. So I'm excited to get a head start this morning, power through for a little bit, see how much we can get done. Hello. Woo!
Still feels like Christmas in here.
It is Christmas in here. Okay, so you're basically walking into the entrance of our bedroom. Give us a tour, eh?
This is it. We are gonna start laying out the walls for the upstairs bathroom, and by the end of the day, we'll have at least an upstairs bathroom. We might not have a downstairs bathroom, but we might. It just depends on how long this is gonna take. So let's get to work.
Seems good to me.
Yeah.
Switch me.
It's very aggravating when you're like, you have the ability to make changes while you're building and you've never done this before. So you start assuming things and you're like, well, I want the shower to be long enough that I could like stick my arms out if I wanted to, don't I? How big is a normal shower? And our bedroom is so big. Like we have the ability to scoot this wall over so that there's extra space there, but do we want to do it? And if we do, will we regret it?
So I think, okay, I'm in the bathroom, I'm washing my hands. I sit down to go to the bathroom, this direction,
yep.
and then I get into the shower. And nobody wants to do this in their shower.
Yeah, they do.
No.
You don't want to be singing in the rain?
I can sing in the rain like this. I think this is fine. It's a cabin. Get cabiny.
It's not a cabin, it's our house.
You're switching things up on me.
Well, we got it laid out. Now we kind of know what it's gonna look like. I want to get this half wall done that goes on the side of the stairs right here, just because it's kind of the last piece to go in.
Okay.
And then we can start doing that.
The stairs and the loft wall are done. We just need to sheet them, put on some drywall, they're good to go, maybe a railing in the future, but that's exciting. Now we're moving on to the upstairs bathroom, which I am starting to think maybe it's a little small, but this is a small house. It'll be cozy, it'll be intimate. The inside of my leg is the edge of the wall, and you imagine like a normal sized countertop in a bathroom is probably like pretty deep, right? So maybe it's like to here, and this is the wall. So it'll be.
Yeah, it's not going to be a luxurious, spacious bathroom.
I don't care. It'll be a real bathroom.
didn't really notice how much sawdust and dust is like just laying around on the ground until you start shooting the nail gun. It blasts air and it all gets like churned up.
Yeah.
We really need to get a box fan with an air filter that filters the air in here. Unfortunately, box fans aren't just, you know, all over the shelves in the middle of the winter.
This looks awesome. Go into the bathroom. You're never gonna do that while you're showering. Why is it called a king stud and not a queen stud? Can we just put in a couple queen studs in this house? Thank you
There's a
so
queen
much.
stud.
That's all I wanted.
What do you think? It's our bathroom.
It's like that picture of Pablo Escobar. That one.
Hello.
This is awesome.
I think that went up a lot faster than I was anticipating. So
Yeah.
now we've got the upstairs bathroom framed. I think we're gonna go downstairs and start working on the downstairs bathroom.
We'll do the ceiling later.
We need to do 2x6 studs that go across the top here. There's gonna be a shelf up there. It's gonna be like a plant shelf or like maybe some storage, but that's gonna come at a later time because the 2x6s that are gonna go across that are buried under snow out there.
Right there.
We're gonna do that at a different time.
This is really, really fast moving. Are you nervous?
It's kind of scary.
It's a little scary, yeah.
'Cause like after we frame that bathroom down there, like
We have to plumb.
I think we're gonna start doing plumbing. Scary. I think once we get sheetrock and all of the appliances and everything installed in here, we'll be like, why didn't we make this bigger? But hey, that's just life.
You live and you learn.
You live and you learn. Now that this space is all cleared out by Allie so that we can start building the walls for the main floor bathroom, I just realized that we need the pocket door kit. So this bathroom down here is gonna have the washer and dryer in it, it's gonna have a sink, and it's gonna have a toilet, and that's it. And there's just, a door is just gonna be like kind of a big pain in the butt in that little tiny space. So having a pocket door is gonna be really nice, but we don't have a pocket door kit, and I'm not fabricating a pocket door, I'm gonna use a kit. And so we need to have that before we can frame these walls. And unfortunately, I think that means we're gonna have to go outside and start screwing in deck boards.
Oh no!
I'm not excited about it. We don't have that many deck boards to go. I mean, we do. We have like probably 10 hours worth of screwing left, but I figure if we just do a little bit each day, just like enough until I want to kill somebody, and then we'll like do something different. But let's go outside and start screwing in some deck boards. I feel like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle with these big beefy knee pads. I've been working on deck boards way too darn long.
But it looks great.
Thanks. Not because I'm doing a good job, just because the deck boards look really nice. My screws are getting sloppier and sloppier, to be honest. People are gonna be like, who did a great job up here and did a really crappy job out here? And I'm gonna be like, me.
You want to tap out?
No.
Tap me in.
No, I don't want to have anybody else to yell at when I'm having my coffee and I'm like, who put these crooked screws in? I want to be like, you did.
That pile right there.
I don't know, it takes...
It's the very last of the deck boards. I got them all unburied, unfrozen, pulled up the driveway, or whatever that section is called. And you can move them the rest of the way.
Will you count them?
17.
Yeah, right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 15.
15?
From up here, from this angle.
I got 13.
Oh, really?
16.
Oh, we're all wrong.
Yeah, we all got different numbers. What's up here?
I think as long as we got 14 down there, we've got enough to finish to here, and then we'll just have to buy some extra ones to do the stairs in the springtime.
17.
Oh!
You said 16.
The crowd goes wild because Trent was the closest without going over.
She said 17 to begin with. So
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Are you guys sure?
I think she was just guessing.
I was.
She
Solid
carried them
guess.
all. She carried them all. That's how she knew how many there were. She was playing us.
Yeah, I carried them all.
You're left-handed. Let's see the other one. There we go.
It's just as big.
When are we gonna de-Christmasize?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, it's still
Okay.
once we're like in there for real. When you're done with the deck, we'll
Yeah.
take down the Christmas tree.
Once
That's
we're
your
like,
incentive.
once we're putting in carpet and the toilets and stuff like that, then we'll take.
Oh,
down
then
the
it'll be next Christmas. We'll just leave it up by then.
Oh, it's not gonna take that long. One thing that I do have to say is if we just came out here when it was like 10 degrees this morning and started working on the deck boards, I would be livid right now. We would probably be done with these boards, but my back would be hurting, my knees would be hurting, and I would just be like in such a terrible mood. But the fact that we got all those walls built inside, and then we got to come out when it's like nice and hot, and it's basically like hot and sunny right now. It probably looks cold, but it's actually really, really nice. And we're probably about halfway done with the remaining boards that we had. And I think tomorrow morning we'll do some stuff inside, and then when it warms up, we'll come out here and finish it.
Cool.
You know?
Yeah.
Just little bit by little bit. Oh man, well, I've got to be really happy that I couldn't have asked for a better day. It's absolutely beautiful out here.
Hey, we match.
We do match.
Look
Look
at
at us, green, brown, black, and red rosy cheeks.
Cute.
Well-
Hopefully I don't smell like you though.
Low, below the belt. Look at this amazing deck, dude. It is huge.
Yeah, it looks
It's
amazing.
looking grand. Can you do a cartwheel? Woo! That was really nice.
Thanks.
All right, so as you guys can see, we have just like maybe 4 or 5 more rows of deck boards left. We have enough deck boards over there. I'm not gonna finish it today.
I like this. Doing
Hopefully-
it piece by piece, a little at a time. I don't feel super burnt out. This is a good idea. Smart.
It's a nice way to do a terrible job. It's just, you know, a little bit at a time. So tomorrow, hopefully we'll get to build some more walls in the morning, and then once it warms up, we'll finish the deck,
Okay.
and then I'll be done with deck boards forever.
And then plumbing, HVAC, electrical, drywall. Plumbing, HVAC, electrical, drywall.
Roof, siding, paint, kitchen, bathroom, basement. We got so much stuff to do. Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for us today. We will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. I had a little bit of a rough night last night. I kind of tossed and turned. I woke up with a kink in my neck, and it's actually a perfect opportunity for the sponsor of today's video. Today's video is sponsored by OMAX.
OMAX Cryofreeze delivers an Arctic blast of cooling relief for sore muscles. It instantly ices out the pain with menthol and broad-spectrum CBD, and uses 10 natural pain relief ingredients to help support fast recovery by blocking pain receptors, reducing inflammation, and improving muscle and joint flexibility.
So whether you're a weekend warrior, an athlete, or a construction worker, Cryofreeze is actually an amazing product that works in less than 10 minutes and it lasts for up to 8 hours. So if you've got stiff joints or sore muscles and you're looking for some relief, I highly recommend this product right here. Click the link in our description and you'll get 20% off OMAX's Cryofreeze plus site-wide. Thanks again to OMAX for sponsoring today's video. Now, I gotta get dressed and we gotta get back to work.
We ended up going to BMC last night and picking up some sheets to panel the half wall, as well as a kit for a pocket door that we're gonna build the wall around for our bathroom.
So now we have what we need to actually get the main level bathroom framed out. I just hope we do it right.
I know. Have you done this before?
No, I've never done any of this before.
Great.
We have to account for the toilet and the sink,
Okay.
a doorway, then there needs to be the space for the washer and dryer, which we're impromptu putting the space for the washer and dryer in. It was supposed to go in the basement, changed our mind. We're gonna put it in this bathroom. And then on the back side of that wall, there's gonna be a pantry right here.
It's awesome building our own home because we're just fully in control and we can do whatever we want. And it's also terrible building our own home because we're fully in control and we can do whatever we want. And so we initially thought, let's put a little office space right here. Now we're deciding we really need a pantry. If you've ever met Trent, you know he's obsessed with cookies and treats, and things just overflow in our kitchen all the time. So we need a place to put all of our food. So we're just like moving things around. Every day is like, oh, let's change this, let's change that, which is great, but also very stressful. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's the door. Get your blood pumping first thing in the morning.
All right, so basically this half wall is not necessarily the most sturdy or straight or reliable wall in the house. So what we're doing is we're putting OSB or sheathing, wall sheathing, which is a structural piece of plywood on this wall and on the half wall up there and on this wall down here to hopefully give it a lot of rigidity so that if somebody runs into it or bumps into it, it's not gonna crack or bend or be flexible, because we don't.
It's not an invitation to run into it.
It's not an invitation to run into it, but it is a backup plan.
I'm never giving up on you. I'm never giving up on you. This time I know we're really through. But I'm never giving up on you.
Well, that went actually quite a bit faster than I had anticipated. We got all of the wall sheathing up on the half walls going up the stairs all the way across the balcony, which is our bedroom. Pretty legit.
It just looks more Christmassy in here.
Yeah, it really does. You know, we're just making one of those decisions that could really come back to bite us in a couple months. And we've got the length of the bathroom determined, and now we're gonna put a pantry with like 2 doors on the end of the bathroom right here. So we have some like dry food storage and places for like cookies and muffins and all kinds of delicious treats.
You're just gonna live in that corner right
This
there.
is my cabinet. Yeah. You can have the kitchen. This is Trent's cookie cabinet. And it's just, I don't know if it's big enough to handle all the cookies. So we don't want to make it too small to where we can only have like a couple boxes of cookies. We want to have a lot of cookies. Once we frame this in, it's pretty permanent. And so it's a very stressful decision to make. But I think we've decided we're gonna make it 1 inch bigger so we can handle just a little bit more cookies.
So we've probably spent the last 20 or 30 minutes trying to figure out the exact dimensions of what this wall should be if we're to fit a pantry on the end. It's very complicated, and I don't think we've figured it out, but we're just going for it.
We're doing what we do best, and that is winging it.
We're winging it.
Don't fall in this hole.
I won't fall in the
Come
hole.
hold this for me.
Okay.
Watch the hole.
Yes. Oh, Trent.
Yarf! Too old for this.
Nice head, Jim.
Look, Mom, no hands.
Wow.
Are you ready to say goodbye to what feels like a big kitchen?
Oh no. I'm not.
Sayonara.
Adios.
You probably can't tell on the camera, but now that there's just like the visual definition of the boundary line for this room, this living room feels so tiny.
This is Frank's house. We're gonna build a bigger house.
Yeah, right.
Right in front of me, I didn't realize you were my dream. So you took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah.
Now that the living room feels so small because of all this paneling that they put up on the half wall, I guess it's time to clean up in here, to take down all of the Christmas decorations. We had a great Christmas. We didn't spend actual Christmas Day here in our house, but next year we are planning to. And many of you sent us ornaments and cards, and we just wanted to say thank you so much. They were amazing. And I guess you're just gonna have to tune in next year because all of them are going on our tree next year. Thank you again. But now I think it's time to get this place cleaned up.
I said, tell me your story. He took out a notepad and wrote something for me. Then he kept walking on down the road. And I watched him disappear like smoke.
It already looks a little bit bigger in here. Look at all that space. These guys are struggling with this wall, so I'm going to let them do their thing and finish cleaning up over there.
We're not struggling.
Oh, really?
Kicking
Right.
ours.
You're
Thriving.
thriving. Thriving and struggling seem to look a lot alike right now.
Hey, Allie.
All right, one more stud to put in right here. And then I think it's time for my favorite activity.
A nap?
Really close.
Second favorite.
Yeah, I think the sun has come out and it looks really nice outside. So
Oh.
let's throw this other stud in and we'll go screw in some deck boards and finish the day in style. So that's about all we're gonna be able to do on the wall inside today. And it's a little bit frustrating, and sometimes when you get frustrated, you just switch projects, which I wish I could switch projects about every 5 screws when I'm doing the deck boards. And hopefully this will be the last day that you guys have to watch me install deck boards.
Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love. A few years later I have started thinking, if it's just love in every glass I'm drinking, we're like one and without you I'm sinking. I'm always trying.
Oh, is that a Frank boy? Is that a Frank boy? Are you coming up here?
Well, we have an enormous deck.
We have a deck.
We did make some mismeasurements at the end. We cut all the rafters off, and still need to cut an extra 1.5 inches off to account for the fascia 2x12, so our bad.
It was a practice run. Do you like our new
always-
living room?
Honestly, there's like few things that I enjoy more than when Allie cleans up and makes things really nice and cute. And look at this. We have a nice little couch that's always been there, but there's no Christmas tree. The fridge got to go where the Christmas tree was, so now there's all this extra space. We got,
Everyone want a fridge in their living room?
I mean, if you don't want a fridge in your living room, I don't know what's wrong with you. This room is feeling stranger and stranger because, as you can see, it's probably a smaller footprint than most people's bedrooms.
Yeah.
Yet, the roof is 30 feet tall.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
It's a very strange way of building a house, and we did this. We decided to do this, and I think it'll be cool. It'll add like some really cool depth. Once we get the fireplace in there, it's gonna be even more cramped. Then once we get like a real couch, it's there's gonna be no room to move around. It's basically just gonna be Frank that's gonna run around, and Allie and I are gonna stay still. All I know is things are really coming together, and I couldn't be happier.
I'm covered in sap, so I need to go take a shower before
You've got that nice evergreen musk.
I'm one with the Christmas tree.
If you guys enjoyed coming along on today's adventure and watching us build these walls and make huge progress on the house, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video.
Thank you again to OMAX for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in our description to check them out.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios!
Oh, I got you. There's no reason to chasing pavement on my own.